Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Hunting Junkie video. On today's video, we're going to do some battle of the turkey load ammunition and preparation for this year's turkey season. So we've got three different ammunitions here. We've got the Winchester Longboard XRs, which is what I've actually been shooting the last couple of years, had good luck with. We've got Remington Premier Magnum turkey loads, high velocity, and then we have some cheap federal game load. These are actually on the back of the box. Say they can be for turkeys, distance of 20 to 30 yards. This is a size 6 shot, and these are both size 5. The velocity ranges from 1200 to 1290 to 1300. So this is the lowest velocity. This is the highest velocity. 3-inch shells on these guys and 2 3/4 here. Today we're going to be shooting out of a Beretta A300 with a .650 Carlson turkey choke. This is my turkey gun that I ran last year and what I'm going to run again this year. We're going to be shooting at these cheap print-off turkey targets, trying to get 10 BBs in the head and neck range of this turkey. And we are going to judge these 3 shells out of this shotgun and see how they do. Okay, first up, 25 yards, Winchester Longboard XR. A little bit low and right on my hit. You can see we kind of blew the paper out here, but we have a dead turkey nonetheless on the Winchester XRs. Next up, our federal game load 2 3/4. Low as well. We have a dead turkey, probably a few less bullets in this turkey head, and we had a better shot than on the Winchester XRs. The pattern was also much wider. I hit probably pretty centered to like right down just below the dot, the aiming dot, hit it probably right in here with most of the pattern, and it covered the majority of the board that we're shooting at. Onto the Remington load. Our last shell at 25 yards is going to be the Remington Magnum turkey load. Boy, that one had some kick. All right, low again on the Rim Mag. Probably had the most kick. Definitely hit more towards the body of the turkey, and we got probably a dozen BBs in the neck and head range, but at 25 yards, I don't know. We'll see how the 50-yard performs on the Rim Mag. We just moved the target back to 50 yards. We're going to start back with the Winchesters and work our way through the lineup. Winchester Longboard XR, 50 yards, 15-mile-an-hour crosswind. Winchester XR, 50 yards. We had a great shot. It felt good, looked good. We have about a dozen BBs in the head and neck area of this turkey. That's a dead turkey, but I would say 50 yards out of my Beretta with a .650 choke tube, Carlson choke tube, we're probably at our maximum effective range. So it's good to know going forward. Now to move on to some of our other loads and see how they perform at the 50 yards. Federal game load, 2 3/4, 50 yards. See how it does. Okay guys, we hit this really well on the federal game loads. 50 yards. The box says 25 to 30 yards. We're almost double that maximum range according to the box. We got 3 BBs in the head and neck area. That is not enough to ethically take down a turkey. Federal game loads cannot perform out to 50 yards. Let's see how the rim mags do. 3-inch rim mag turkey load, 50 yards. Let's see how it does. Oh. Rim mag, 50 yards, 5 BBs into the head and neck area of our turkey. Not enough to be effective at 50 yards. Fail for the rim mags. All right, guys, we have shot one shot at 25 and 50 yards for each of our loads. How do they stack up? Well, I would say in third place, we have our federal game loads. Now, these are just a touch better than, honestly, your target loads that you use for clay sporting pigeons and things like that. They're a little bit more powerful, but at the end of the day, they're not a whole lot better. I've killed a lot of turkeys with this type of load up until I was probably 18, 19 years old. Didn't have any money and I didn't know any better. And I've killed a lot of turkeys with these type of loads. Inside of 30 yards, more like 15 to 25, and they'll get the job done. But if you really want to stretch your range, you're probably going to have to start looking at more of some premium load options. In second place, I would put the Remington Magnums. They're a little bit more cost effective than the Winchesters, a little more expensive than the Federals. You might be able to get out to 30 yards, maybe 35 if you really want to push it. If I kept testing them, I bet we could really get them out to maybe 35. But you're not going to approach 40, 45, and 50 yards with this type of load out of the setup that I have here today. And in first place are Winchester Longboard XRs. These are the load I've been running. I've had great success with them. I've patterned them out to 50 yards before, obviously not on camera. And I have full confidence from a lead-based load. They claim a 10-inch pattern out to 60 yards on their box. I probably wouldn't push it that far. If I wanted to go outside of 50 yards, I'd probably go to something like a TSS. But from a lead-based load, I think these are the winner of definitely our lineup and probably the best that I've found out of my shooting setup. All right, everybody. The winner of our 3-load comparison is the Winchester XRs. I have one of these light-up turkey boards left. We're going to take it out to 50 yards. We're going to shoot one more Winchester Longboard XR at this and see how it does. All right, everybody. Turkey Tom is out there at 50 yards. Winchester XR Longbeards, Beretta A300. Let's see how it does. The box says 10-inch circle at 60 yards. I don't think we're quite there. You know, marketing does their things. Maybe with a different choke tube setup you can get there, but we're not quite there. Regardless, 12 BBs, head and neck range, lethal at 50 yards. Winchester Longboard XRs out of my setup are good to go to 50 yards. Probably wouldn't push it past that unless I needed a follow-up shot and I knew the bird was already wounded. But ethically, probably going to try to stick to that 45 to 50 yard mark to be ethical with the Longboard XRs. Well, everybody, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned a thing or two and maybe are okay spending a few extra bucks when you go to the gun store and buy your turkey ammunition for this season. Test your guns, you test your setups to make sure that you're ethical when you head to the field this spring, and I hope you bag a big bird. If you guys enjoyed that video, please hit that like button, drop me a comment, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel and follow me along with my turkey hunts this spring. We'll see y'all on the next video. Good luck this spring.